Jon Brown here from ExpressFM, and it is time for our big interview from behind the scenes of Icebreaker Festival 2026. It is upon us. It's very, very soon. At the time of recording this, we are just 1 week away, which is why I'm amazed that I've got this man sat next to me, because he's probably got 1,012 other things he needs to be doing. But I'm so happy to introduce to you right now the director of the festival, Mike Hartley. How are you doing, sir?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well, thank you. Thanks for joining us on a chilly Friday evening here at the Casemates studios, of course, our new favourite home, I think. It's fair to say.
Definitely. It's great here. I love it.
It is great here. So, actually, that's a really good jumping off point to talk about Casemates and their involvement as we're here in this wonderful venue, and kind of how they fit into the process of things as a brand partner.
So Paul's been part of the festival since day dot. So every year he supplies backline for us for every venue, as well as amps and stuff like that, and also is here as the rehearsal studio for acts to come and rehearse in prior to the festival. This year in particular, Paul's been, and Casemates have been really big on the junior festival side of things. He's given all the acts a free rehearsal, so a place to come and rehearse and get ready for the festival, as well as like sponsoring and being part of George's Rockstars as well. They got given an award the other day for their sponsorship with that, which is great. But yeah, Paul and Casemates has been really heavily involved with Icebreaker since the start, and we love them to bits.
George's Rockstar, of course, being your chosen charity for the festival.
Correct, yes.
Tell us more about them as well and how they fit into things.
They put together a really good charity from such sad circumstances, and they do really good things with the poorly children at QA Hospital through music therapy, which is a really great thing. And we're really glad to have them. We had them slightly towards the end of last year's one, and we're really glad that we've been able to do our little bit to help promote their charity
and support them. Now let's talk about the festival itself. Of course, for those hearing about it for the first time, and I ask you this every time, but we always find a new listener or a new viewer. So for the very first time, if you're hearing about us, everybody's talking about Icebreaker Festival. What is Icebreaker Festival?
So if you've not heard of Icebreaker Festival, we are an indoor multi-venue festival that promotes upcoming music and artists from the local area and surrounding areas. So we have 9 stages, which range of all different genres up and down Albert Road and Elm Grove. You buy 1 ticket, 1 wristband, and it gains you access to all the venues to go and see your next favourite band. Okay,
how did the idea begin? Because there are 4 of you involved in this process, aren't there? Tell us about. I call them the 4 horsemen.
Thank you. Yes. So it was about 11 of us when we first started. So how Icebreaker started. So the concept of the multi-venue festival was there from Southsea Fest in Portsmouth, or the Great Escape down in Brighton. So the actual concept has been there, but we wanted to make it about our music scene and about the artists that we have in our amazing city. So we decided to put this together back in 2015 with a small amount of venues, small amount of bands, and we wanted just to celebrate our music scene, as well as, because of the time of year, we wanted to make it about, right, New Year, Christmas is done, January's about 6 years long, let's go end of January with a festival, a music festival, and then it sets up for the rest of the year nicely, we hope.
It does, and it's not only great, as you say, we'll get into that in a second, about the importance of it as a platform for local musicians and musicians from further afield, because they're not just local musicians, of course, but also what we don't often talk about, I think, or shout enough about, is the fact that it does so much for venues at a really difficult, challenging time of year, especially in the pub and venue trade.
I agree, and sometimes we hear it's not just about the venues that are involved with Icebreaker, it's about the whole area, which is really great as well, because like you said, it's really important to talk about how we need to support these guys as well, not only for what we do, but for the city. They need to have that sustainability for the rest of the year and beyond. And we like to think that Icebreaker, just for that one day, does bring that trade in for them to continue going.
It's such a vibe as well, walking up and down Albert Road on that day, on a day that's traditionally, it's cold, right, and it's quiet that time of year, especially, as we say, for venues, and to be able to see Albert Road bustling on that one day, it's just phenomenal. I call it our Christmas, as you know. And it's just, what's that like for you to watch that go? Because I imagine from the beginning it was tough at the start, right, to get things up and running. But how do you feel about it all these years later now, looking at its success?
With immense pride, I think, because what we do has that effect in a positive way on the venues, the people, the community, the artists. And when I do walk up and down during the day, all you see is positivity. And not, again, within the festival, outside the festival as well. And it does give me that immense pride that what we've done is actually bring everyone together for that particular day. And we hope it just continues.
Did you ever have any idea it would get this big?
No. Well, not this far in terms of years, because as everyone knows, it's difficult to get a crowd to come to your gig or whatnot. So for us to be 12 years in now and people still want to come along, people still want to play, people still want to, talk about it and everything, do stuff like this for it. It's incredible. It's further than I ever thought it would be. I thought we would get to like year 5 and kind of tail off a bit, but yeah, here we are, year 12, and we're so proud because for what we do, or what I think we do for the music scene, is something that I'll always be proud of.
How long did because obviously I think it goes without saying that as soon as this one's done, you're straight onto planning the next one.
Yes.
Right? It takes a year to organise, literally.
Yeah.
But how long did the first one take to put together?
About a year as well. But because when we first started doing this, we had less venues, and it was more about learning how to find our feet with it. And because there was about 11 or 12 of us at the start, we all had our individual roles, and it was new, and it was exciting and stuff like that. So it does take a year. So like I said, from when we finish next Saturday, when I wake up Sunday, mindset's changed already. It's kind of like, right, we need to close out 2026 with half a mind in 2027, because it does take that long just to get things rolling and going.
What are some of the greatest lessons you've learned from doing this all these years?
Patience. That's one massive one. And that's because main one is because, like I said to you, like the next day after Icebreaker, I'm looking at 2027, but that's a year away almost. So you've got the patience there, patience with problem solving or stuff like that. It's just like when we first started this, it was kind of like, we have to sort this out now, and whereas like now it's a bit more like, okay, right, we've got this, we'll sort that, it's fine, no problem, stuff like that. I'm trying to think what else of major things I've learned. I've learned how much talent this city's got that not necessarily you knew about unless you do something like this, because a lot of people, a lot of acts you don't really know about because you don't really see them out and about or whatnot, but you don't actually realise how much talent there is in the city. And that's not, and don't forget, that's not everyone, not just everyone that's on the bill. This is the other people that have applied as well who we couldn't fit on the bill as well. There's just so much talent out there, it's unreal. I think those two, patience and how much immense talent we've got in this surrounding area.
Because you have over 80 artists every year, but how many artists actually apply year on year?
It's around about 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we listen to them all. We don't just pick and choose our favourites. We listen to every single one of them, and then we go from there. So every year we're taken back by the amount of people that do want to play the festival, and then we have to go through and listen to them all. And again, it's just like this. We have 80 artists playing the festival, but the amount of bands that are amazing is like almost the whole list, So,
was there ever a one that got away, like you came close to it, and then you put the festival on, and then that artist went off and did something absolutely huge? You're like, oh my god, we could have had them last year.
Do you know what? I think there is one, but I cannot remember the name of them.
Okay.
I think it's from the early days, and I can't remember who exactly, but yes, but I don't know who. So
because you've been home to some emerging artists before now. I can think of a few right now, but I'll let you say them. Some that have gone on to do big things.
So the most obvious one locally is Crystal Tides. As we were discussing earlier, is that 2020 was a difficult year for everyone, But just before that, we had Icebreaker Festival. So, and Crystal Tides headlined the Wedge Rooms. And for them, from what they've told me, is that was a very special show for them, because I think they twigged to actually how good they were from the reaction they got from the crowd at Icebreaker. And look at them now, sold out the Guildhall, main stages at Victoria's Festival, Castle stage this year at Victoria's, UK tours, albums, stuff like that. They're going for top 40 for their new album, which is out on the 6th of Feb. So that one in particular, unbelievable. And there's been a few like that who've just gone on to do really, really good things. We had like a band, we had Wildfront headline. Before that, the years before that, they went on to do really good things like playing main stage Isle of Wight Festival and things like that. So bands who do come in and then go on to big things is good to see, really good to see, because it means they do carry on forward and go upwards.
How proud does that make you to see that happen?
Really proud. Not to say that we take the credit for their success, but we were part of that journey for them, and we can look back on that fondly, because for them that was a special time at that particular moment. It was a special moment for us watching it at that particular moment. I remember watching Crystal Tides from the back of the Wedge Room and thinking, these guys are amazing. Like, there's something here. No one knew that they're going to go off and headline the Guildhall and stuff like that and do what they're doing now, but I'm very, very proud of them for what they've achieved so far. And that's the other thing, so far. I don't think they've even got to the cusp yet.
I think apex of,
they're not right. They're still going upwards, and long may it continue, because they are incredible.
So your role, essentially, you on the day, you're just running around and you're figuring stuff out and problem solving and everything else. Do you actually get time to see anything?
I get a couple of opportunities. So from when we get there, I'll say until about early evening, I'm pretty much
non-stop,
cooped up and ensuring that things are running smoothly and whatnot. And then when it kind of calms down a little bit and everyone's sort of settled, then I do then get out and see the festival. And it's amazing to see, because I love seeing other people enjoy the festival, and not from afar, not going up to them and saying, "Oh, what do you think of Icebreaker? What did you think it's great?" But just watching it from afar and seeing them loving it, and then that's what, because you think, like, we put this together for everyone to enjoy, and that's what's happening now. So yes, I do get out and about, thankfully, because I wouldn't want to miss it, obviously. But I'm lucky that I do get to go and see it a little bit.
How many venues are involved? Because I feel like this grows every year.
So this year it has grown slightly. We've kept it the same for a long time, but we've reintroduced one of the old venues that we used to have. So we've actually we've got the Wedge and the Edge, we've got the Vaults, LJR, the Loft, got the Atrium, which is the returning venue. We've got the One-Eyed Dog, and we've got the Deco. We've also got an unofficial, like a non-wristband stay, which is back to the Belgrave as well. So 9 if you include them. Okay,
perfect. And also, kind of, you're always adding things, I've noticed as well. The biggest thing this year by far is the juniors. Tell us about the juniors and that.
So the juniors is something that's been in the making for almost exactly 1 year to the day of the festival. So I always have one eye on the next year. So Icebreaker Junior was born on the day of 2025 because there's a conversation that we had with Jeff and the Wedge saying, "Jeff, I've got this idea for next year to reintroduce younger artists back to the Icebreaker. What do you think?" And he was on board, like he is. And that's when it grew. That's when it started, from that day. So a year later, we were able to bring back under 18 artists to our festival, because we've been over 18s for so long, and it's something just to celebrate them as such. It's their own little event in the middle, the start of the day in the Wedge and the Edge. And these bands at their age are so important to kick on, because you leave school, all your supportive friends go different directions and stuff like that, you go to college or uni or even not, and then you turn 18 and you're on it on your own a bit. You have to go and find your audience, you have to go and find your fans, and so I'm really proud that we're able to give that stopgap a little bit within our festival.
And to give them a taste of what it's like to rehearse in a proper studio, to play at a proper venue, and inspire them. I guess.
And also be the media stuff of what you guys are doing as well, which is like incredible, because when I was that age in bands and stuff like that, we got to play at places like the Wedge. Very, privileged to play at the Wedge Rooms, but we never had the opportunity to be given slots like that come with a free rehearsal, like here, Casemates. Media opportunities with Express and you guys before and on the day. Little things like having their own branded like passes and stuff like that. Just like little things, and I think it would mean a lot to them to take forward for the rest of the year and hopefully their career, because those bands are key to our future in the city as well. They are our next headliners years to come, our next Icebreaker headliners or Victoria's headliners, or so bringing that to the festival was something that we're really proud of, because it has worked out that we were able to do this in the way we've done it. So a year in the making, and it's almost here, and I'm really excited to see how it goes.
You've achieved so much with the festival. Is there anything you feel you haven't achieved yet? That I guess the goal list is always bigger every year, right? But what's the one thing that you really want to achieve next with the festival?
I would love it to sell out before the day of the festival. That's my next thing. I think that's our next goal, is to say it's sold out, because we're very close every year. We're all like on the cusp of it. Like you talk on double digits and stuff like that. So if we were to able to get to before the festival and say sold out, that'd be the next goal ticked off for me, and then we can look at other bigger and better things. But as it is now, if we're able to sell it out before we get to the day, that'd be amazing.
It's obviously something that's very special to Portsmouth and the Portsmouth music community, but is this something now that you would think about taking to other cities, to other venues?
It's an idea that we've had previously, years ago, way before COVID came in, where we thought of taking similar sort of things somewhere else. It would be amazing, but it depends on the necessity of it. But then it is quite unique to our city, so it depends on whether it's needed elsewhere, because it is so unique here, and our focus is here. So it could be, but if it's not, then it'll be always be unique to Portsmouth.
The one thing you can't do this festival without?
Wow. On the day?
All of it, the whole process, the build up, the day.
Apart from the obvious, which is everyone involved and the people that come along, I think that's it. It's quite a boring answer, but it's a really important answer at the same time.
Yeah.
Because without the venues, without the artists, without the crew, without all the sound guys, the people that pay to come and watch these bands, you guys, Paul, George's Rockstars, everything, the whole package, without that, it'd be nothing. We'll be just not doing this anymore. So that is the key to the whole festival. So that's what I can't live without. The team, yes.
I like that.
Family.
Yeah, family. I like that. I should have said it in a Vin Diesel voice.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, let's not do that. And approximately how many cups of tea do you get through on the day? Because we can't be drinking beer.
No, come on. No, we're not. That's a rule. Rule we put in.
Right. I learned this early, by the way, on the first year.
No drinking at all. Maybe one after.
Of course.
If you're lucky.
Our little
maybe
gathering.
One. Yeah. Cups of tea, none actually. I don't go for any cups of tea on the day.
Do you not?
No.
Are you a 2 gallon of water guy?
Sort of, yeah, or just whatever's like any.
It's a hand.
Soft drinks.
So yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, that'll do. Water or a Coke or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, no tea sadly. Maybe one day I might need to buy a kettle and put it in the production office.
We did this last year. So you gave us a production office last year. We put a kettle up there because we were like,
but then it wasn't the same area as me. It was on a different area. So
it's got to be. But thank you for that, of course.
You're welcome.
It's so good. You can of course see us. We're at the vaults up the top floor there.
I gave up my kettle for you.
You did. I'm so happy.
You're welcome.
Very special to me. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. No, where can we find out more about the festival?
So pretty much everything you can go to is our website, which is icebreakerfestival.com. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, places like that, TikTok as well. And you can get things like Clash Finder, the lineup, tickets, Spotify playlists. We look back at things with ExpressFM as well. And then obviously the content that you've recently done for us with the junior acts and some of the other acts that are playing is our YouTube channel as well, which is really, really good, nice content for the acts that are playing.
You could go there right now to the website. You can catch all the content we just talked about, including this interview and many, many more. But the important thing is that you're at Icebreaker Festival, because we need to get this man his sellout. It's his dream. Help him live his dream. The whole team, all of the team, not just him. Yeah. But he really wants to sell out. So does his team and everybody involved. But be there. Obviously, you can hear us. We'll be live throughout the day on ExpressFM, but it's better if you're there. So get your tickets now. Mike, thank you very much. Good luck for next week.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
I'm excited. I want to shake this hand because this one's holding the microphone. And thank you for watching.